Welcome back to No Sticks, No Bricks. This week we're going to talk about how to beat the heat if you live or travel in your RV. We're currently at Palm Spring Thousand Trails, which is in Palm Desert, California. And right now it's 110 degrees. Yuck. So after being on the road for over a year and a half, we've learned a lot of little tips and tricks on how to keep your RV cool when it's this darn hot out. So stick around. Here we go. So yesterday was a travel day. Today's a travel day. We're going from Verde Valley Thousand Trails to Palm Spring Thousand Trails, and we decided to just leave Verde Valley a day early and split up the drive a little bit just so we didn't have such a long drive. So we're back in Quartzsite, Arizona, and we actually used our Passport America last night for the Quartzsite RV Resort. It was only 20 bucks, full hookups, 50 amp service with your Passport America. So that's one thing that we purchased when we decided to go full-time RVing while we were prepping to full-time RV. And we just purchased the lifetime pass. At the time, I think it was like 350 bucks or $400 or something like that. And that's lifetime. And a lot of times you can get RV parks 50% off. Now there is some stipulations. Sometimes it's only for one night or two nights. It doesn't apply on weekends or during their busy season and that kind of stuff. But it's definitely paid off for us while we are just, you know, splitting up a day like this time, and we're only gonna stay one night. So 20 bucks for full hookups in 2022, that's pretty good. All right, guys, so here we are at Palm Springs Thousand Trails, and this is a beautiful park. We've never been here before. Probably won't come back at this time of year again. It's September 26th today. They just opened on September 15th. They actually close from May 15th to September 15th every year because of the heat. It gets so hot here. And when we booked this, 7 months ago, we didn't realize it was going to be this hot here. So, learn from your mistakes, move on, but it's definitely a beautiful park. I think we're going to enjoy our stay. If you do have a big rig like we do, we got a 43-foot fifth wheel. It can be pretty tight in here. So there are palm trees everywhere, and a lot of them are on the corners of every single little road, which is very inconvenient when you got a big rig. You got to go around these palm trees, but it's doable. You just got to take your time, go slow. And we got lucky. We got a nice end spot at the end of the road that the ranger station is on. So let me show you the site. Our spot is located right next to the horseshoe pits, which is kind of cool because we don't have to worry about neighbors on one side. We only have neighbors on the other side, and no one's playing horseshoes because it's so freaking hot out. So it's pretty nice. All right, here it is. So let's talk about what we do outside. And as you can see, we got the sunshades up right away. We got sunshades on all three of our awnings that are on this side of the RV. And this definitely helps, especially when your full body paint is dark. This thing's like a hot box. So if you know it's gonna be hot where you're staying and you can kind of be picky on site selection, try to find a site where you have enough room to put out sunshades if you have them. If you don't have them, I highly suggest getting them if you're planning on being anywhere where it's gonna be super hot and sunny, because they definitely knock down the heat big time. Another thing that definitely helps specific to our RV is we ordered this RV with the double pane windows. Those double pane windows will help keep the cool air in and the heat out. And of course, opposite in the wintertime, it'll help keep the warm air in the RV and the cold air out. So we love our double pane windows. One thing you're gonna notice if you're RVing in super hot weather is your refrigerator might not cool as well as it normally does, especially if you have an RV fridge versus a residential fridge like we do. So here's a couple tips that you can do to try to keep your refrigerator from getting too warm. As you can see, I got a fan here and it's blowing right onto the fridge to help circulate the air a little bit better. And it definitely helps keep the RV fridge from getting too warm. If I had another fan, I might have to get another fan and put another fan up there, but I just haven't done it yet. This is the only fan that we have at this time that will fit in this little door. Another thing you can do that'll help keep the cool air in and the warm air out is to keep all your outdoor cargo doors closed as much as possible. For our rig, there is an air conditioned duct that does go down into the basement storage. So once I open that door, all that cool air will come out, and then we'll have to work harder to re-cool it down once I close it. So just try to keep them closed as much as you can. All right, that's enough for the outside. Plus it is super hot out, so let's move to the inside and I'll show you a couple tricks we do inside there. There's a few things that you can do in the inside of your RV to try to stay cool during these hot days. One of them is minimize the amount of lights you have on. Right now, the only light that we have on is our accent light. And they don't produce a whole lot of heat, especially the LED lights hardly produce any heat at all. But if you have a whole bunch of lights on, then that's just gonna add to the amount of heat that's produced to your RV. The next thing you definitely wanna do, and probably one of the most important things, is to close all your shades. We've got these nice blackout shades here, and we got every single one of them closed right now. Keeping those shades closed will help the sun from getting into your RV and making it hotter, as well as the heat that just comes off the windows from getting beat up by the sun all day. Another simple little trick that you can do is just orient your vents in a way that you get the maximum amount of cool air flowing to those areas that kind of stay warmer. So we've got one of these angled to our bed, and then the other one angled kind of to the hallway, just to kind of spread out the cool air coming out of the AC. If you got a toy hauler like we do, then it's probably a good idea to put the ramp up, you know, just to prevent so much warm air coming in through the patio doors. These patio doors don't seal up really good, so they're not very efficient. So if you get the big patio door closed, then that'll only help. Another thing you want to make sure is that the vents for your ACs are clean. Try to keep those clean every couple days even, especially when it's super hot and your ACs are just running and running and running. So I have an attachment on a little vacuum that I just pop this cover off here, and then I vacuum this with a brush, and it works really well. Or you can just take them out, wash them. There's several different ways you can clean them. No matter how you do it, the goal is to keep these screens free of debris so you can get more airflow. So we're in our main bathroom now, and it has a skylight, and these skylights are also heat producers. So you can just feel the heat coming off of it. I mean, I can feel it right now with my hand. It's pretty hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna close the door to the bathroom and kind of seal it off from the rest of the RV. If you have an entry door that can house the Lippert sunshades, and I would definitely recommend getting one of those, because that'll help too. The less sun you got coming into the RV, obviously the cooler it's gonna stay. And kind of a no-brainer tip or trick is to just minimize the amount of times you go in and out of the RV when it's this hot. If you do have to leave the RV to do whatever, walk the dog, just make sure you got everything you need gathered together before you go out the door, so you can just minimize the amount of time that the door is open. For instance, whenever I go to walk the dogs, I'm just gonna make sure that I already have their leashes, they're already attached to the dogs, poop bags, all that kind of stuff is all gonna be in my hand. That way we can get in and out as fast as possible. Another thing you're gonna wanna do with your refrigerator is to make sure that items are free from the sides, just so you can get more air circulation, and that should help keep your refrigerator cooler. Lastly, make sure you got plenty of ice water on hand. If you continue to drink ice water, then your body's gonna naturally stay a little bit cooler, making you more comfortable. We just bought this ice maker at Home Depot, and this thing works really well. Produces a lot of ice, and that's a good thing because we're going through a lot of it right now. If you have anything that you think of that we didn't cover on the outside stuff or inside stuff, drop it in the comments.
126 to 109, and put the board up. We'll be right back after we take a really quick break.
Wow. We're thinking of y'all down in Florida right now. I know you're not gonna see this until after the video comes out and the hurricane's already gone through, but hopefully you're safe. Nobody gets injured, killed, all that good stuff. There's definitely gonna be damage. This is a crazy hurricane. I was in Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, I think it was, when it went through Biloxi, Mississippi. I was there on temporary duty down at Keesler Air Force Base, and we were in a shelter for 3 days, and when we were released out of that shelter, it looked like an atomic bomb went off. It was insane. So I'm praying for you all down there in Florida. Be safe. So Jen has been gone the last 4 days, visiting our daughter up in LA. Our daughter had her wisdom teeth pulled out, so, you know, Jen had to go do the mama thing, take care of our baby girl while she recovered from that. So that was on Sunday that she left. Today's Thursday, and I'm getting ready to go pick her up. Hey, you looking for a ride, lady?
I am.
All right, good to have you back, babe.
Thanks.
You want me to grab that and put it in the back?
Yeah, please.
Okay. All right. How was she feeling when you left?
Much better.
Yeah?
Much better, yeah.
Swelling go down?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she look like a little chipmunk afterwards?
She does.
I remember when we got ours out the same way.
I know. But yeah, she's doing good. So it was
Good.
a nice visit.
Good. How was the Amtrak?
Actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Train was nice, and the bus ride, I mean, traffic, and then...
Crazy LA traffic, so you're glad you didn't drive?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm glad I didn't drive. This would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for that.
Amtrak's the way to go. Huh?
Definitely.
Well, the puppies missed you, so let's go see them.
Okay.
We are back in the RV park, and I'm going to show you the difference of how the dogs welcome me home versus how they welcome Jennifer home. And I know Jennifer's been gone a few days, but this is every time we leave the RV for more than like 10 minutes.
Yeah. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, hello. It's not too bad, actually.
My goodness, back up, baby. Hi, baby.
So Mama's home?
Oh, my
Release
God.
the Krakens.
They're gonna come right over the... Hi, babies. Hi. Oh my goodness, look at her. And then I have to do this every time. Where is she at?
Yep.
Anybody come here? Oh my gosh. Have to pick her up like a baby.
This is whether you leave for a few days or just a few minutes.
Yeah, I know. They're mamas, babies.
All right, we're gonna do a little exploring today.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know, I've been socked up in the RV for the last probably week and a half because of heat for one, and plus Jen was gone.
Yeah, well, we got here and it was hot, and we had a couple things to do around here, and then before you knew it, it was, you know, Saturday football,
Yeah.
Sunday football, then I left, so.
We're gonna go check out the Salton Sea today and the Bombay Beach Ruins.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, and basically artists have taken it over, and it's like an old, kind of a ghost town type of thing, so.
Like an old beach resort.
Yeah, an old beach resort that's pretty much been abandoned. It's only like an hour south of here at Palm Springs RV Resort, so.
So along the beach, so hopefully be a little bit cooler
Maybe.
than here. If not, we dressed pretty light today, so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty stinky though. It's a very salty, salinic, I don't know if that's the right word, sea, so. Can't swim in there. Go that.
We just got to the entrance of Bombay Beach, and I have to tell you, it's really sad that this lake here, you can't like swim in or like do anything with, because the water's been polluted, like from history. Because it would be beautiful, this place would be like packed and happening. But unfortunately, I guess in 1905, Jason was saying that it got like the Colorado River for like 2 years, like fed this thing, but then attracted all these farmers and stuff to come, and unfortunately with that came them dumping their waste and all types of stuff into the water, into the lake, so it can't be used for anything, because like animals were dying and the fish were dying, and so now it's just kind of like an abandoned beach resort town, so we're gonna go check it out.
All right, we made it to the Bombay Beach Ruins, and it's pretty cool. It's like going back in time. It's like you go over this dike. As soon as you cross over the dike and onto the beach area, it's like boom, all this artwork. You can kind of just imagine what it used to be like back in the 50s when it was a hustle and bustling ski resort, basically, water ski resort. Then after everybody left this area because of the lake and how it was like saline, basically, artists actually purchased a lot of this land around this area. Now you can see all the things that the artists have created in this area. It's pretty neat. That's not creepy at all. You can feel the crunchiness of the sand here from all the chemicals and whatever that the farmers back in the early 1900s had dumped into here. It's like all crusted over.
So actually I was mistaken, so it's not really abandoned. There are people that live here. The population is about 200, but so we're kind of at like the old beach area, Bombay Beach, where it used to be like the resort and stuff. So, man, it's pretty deserted, very dry.
I don't think the marina's there anymore. Some of the videos I watched on this place, people were complaining about the smell. Basically, the lake really stinks. And I didn't notice it back there, but as I get closer to the water, yeah, you can smell it.
You know, everyone complained about like the smell, but I don't really smell it. It's just kind of just smells like normal beach water to me, but it's just so depressing because I would love to have been able to like come out here and like gone into the water and spend a beach day, but instead it's completely deserted. Only other people out here are just some other people doing the same thing we're doing, just checking out this old beach town. So remember what I said? People complained about a smell. Well, now that I'm like right up on the water, I can smell it. It's not bad, but it definitely just has a distinct like smell.
Starting to get a little stinky.
Oh yeah.
This reminds me of growing up on the pig farm.
Earlier I said it was like, oh, it just smelled like normal beach. And then I said, oh, it's kind of ripe, but now it's...
The closer to the water, the riper it gets.
Oh yeah.
Hello? Hello? No one's there.
So if you guys remember a couple videos ago, we talked about the Schneibly Hill being a Jeep Badge of Honor trail. Well, while I was gone taking care of our daughter from her wisdom teeth, the badge came in the mail and Jason put it on Daisy May. Sorry about the shakiness, the friggin' fly came like flying right into my ear. But I'm excited because there's a couple other trails in this area by Big Bear that we're planning to do. So one down and many more to go. I'm gonna go grab Daisy May from the charging station.
Yeah, she's all charged up?
Yep, she's all charged up.
Sweet. Found our next RV.
Looks pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Ocean view.
Oh, not ocean, but lake view.
Oh, lake view. That's right.
Yeah.
Right on the lake.
Yeah. We just have to wear like nose plugs.
Yep.
And I don't know if the AC is gonna work out here though.
I don't know. Probably gonna bring on our own water.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's start working up the deal.
Go ahead, you start that. You can actually ride along the beach to all the different artist things and ruins, so because it's kind of spread out, so it's kind of cool, especially now that we have Daisy May, so she's getting a little bit of beach time too today. New recliner for the camper?
I think so. This should work.
Looks pretty good.
Doesn't really match, but we could just spray paint it.
Yeah, perfect.
was really interesting.
It was very interesting.
They consider this like an apocalyptic town, and it definitely has that vibe.
It does. But there's like some really cool places. It looks like the people who live here are trying hard to like make it into something.
Right, yeah.
A lot of construction going on, a lot of new things look like they're popping up. So, I mean, nothing.
It's got a long way to go still.
Oh, yeah,
but it's really neat.
I would say it's worth a trip out.
Oh, absolutely. Especially seeing all the different kind of things that the artists come up with. It's amazing. Like you just sit there and look at them and try to figure out like what the artist was thinking and what kind of message they're trying to send. It's pretty cool.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, please click the like button, consider subscribing, and don't forget to click the little bell so you're notified when we release new videos. And until next week, guys, safe travels.